Alright, so now it's time for recorder video number 4. And for this one, I am going to play some patterns, but I want you to play something different than me. So we'll have a little background track so that you know what your beat is. But just don't echo me. Just do something different and using our notes G, A, and B. So, for example, if I were to play this, then you could play anything else. You could play, or you could play, as long as you don't play, we're good, because that would be the same pattern as mine, and we don't want it to be the same, we want it to be different. Okay? So we'll go back and forth. I'll play a pattern, then you'll have 4 beats to play a pattern, then I'll play another pattern and we'll go back and forth. And again, you're trying to see if you can create something different using these 3 notes, B, A, and G. Make sure you're not doing anything like this. This is not a note, okay? So don't be just playing fingers that don't make sense. It would have to be either this group of fingers, this group of fingers, or this group of fingers. So really watch what your fingers are doing. Sometimes when we're trying to think and create and play all at the same time, our fingers start to do weird things. So just, if you're having a hard time thinking about all that, maybe just go between these 2 fingers until you feel ready to add that 3rd finger in there, okay? And of course, let's quickly do a reminder of our checklist. Left hand on top, flat fingers, and gentle air. Alright, let's do it. Me, then you, and you are making different patterns than me. Oop, no, let's turn that up a little bit. I go first. Different. Different. Now, at first, you might find that you're struggling to make things that sound good, and that's okay. That's why we experiment around and learn the instrument and get used to it so that we can start to make better and better musical choices. So once you feel comfortable with your fingers, then here's some musical decisions that you can make that'll help you out. You can, first of all, try and have your answers, your very, very last thing that you do, end on do, because that's our resting tone. So if you want it to sound like an ending, you'll end on do, the resting tone. And if you want it to sound like it's not the end of our patterns, then you know, re or mi is great. But if you're trying to make it sound like an ending, use do. And then if you're feeling really advanced, you can start to get into some fancier rhythms. I've been keeping it basically to 1 thing per beat, or if I am doing rhythms, I've been staying on the same note. But you can start to get really fancy. So let's try a couple. I'm going to do some fancier stuff, and you don't have to yet if you're not ready. But I'm hoping you'll play this video more than once so you can get better and better at it. And maybe by like the 3rd or 4th or 20th time, it takes some time sometimes, you'll be able to try some more advanced stuff. Alright, let's try advanced version. Make sure it's still 4 beats. One more, me then you. basically, remember, because I did tell you to try and make it end on do, so that's why I tried to give you that warning that, okay, this is the last one, so that hopefully your pattern that you did at the end there ended on do. If it did, it's going to feel like a good ending. If not, it's going to kind of feel like it ought to keep going on. All right, and so now we're going to do the song Hot Cross Buns. The only thing that's going to change is that when we get to the what I call the B section, the 1 a penny, 2 a penny section, that's when I want you to try and create something new. So let me sing the song once so you know which section it is. I'll raise my hand when we get to the 1 a penny, 2 a penny section so you know which part we're going to be changing. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. So I'm going to give you an example on my recorder of how I could change that section so that so it's different. All right? So everything else will stay the same. So that time I kept the rhythms the same and I just played them on a different note. Now another way I could change it is that I could keep the same notes but change the rhythm. So here's an example of changing the rhythm and not the notes. Now if you're feeling really fancy, you can change both too, like this. Alright, so I'll play the A part, the hot cross buns part, and you can join in with that if you want, but I'm not going to play the B part. The B part is going to be for you to play, but see if you can make it something different than regular 1 a penny, 2 a penny. We'll go through the song 2 times. So try it a couple times, see what you like for your B section, what sounds good, but that's different than the regular B section.